evening. Welcome to WSBI, your resource for success podcast program, where you get to meet inspiring women-owned businesses from across the country. And now, for your host, Kimberly McLemore.
All right. Hello. Welcome to a special edition of the WSBI podcast program. This evening, you will be spending moments with Lady K and
Mistah T.
Hey, welcome back, Mr. T.
Yes, happy 2019. Happy New Year, Lady K.
Well, thank you. I know. And this is our first show of the new year on the WSBI platform. So I am excited to have you on board, sharing this moment with me, because, you know, we're going to make it rock tonight, right?
That's right. All the way out.
Love. Like, can't get my fingers right.
I'll teach you.
But I appreciate that. Thank you so much. All right. So tonight, though, it's going to be all about us tonight. So I'm even more excited about that because there's no special guest. We are the special guest for the evening. So we got some great things that we're going to be talking about. Our big topic for the new year is called New Year and New You. So we'll be talking about that. We've got some other great discussions. We're going to be talking about some fashion tips, what's going on in our community, what are some big events. So, we have a whole hour of fun. But of course, we have our moment at the end where we really talk about those moments of how we feel. And, we're here to give you that big hug when you need it, all those great things. So let's go ahead and get the show rocking and rolling. So why don't you just tell the listeners a little bit about yourself? Because like I said, it's a new year. So we probably got some new people hanging out there, right?
Hey. Hello, new folks. Hola, ¿cómo está? So it's a new year. It's 2019. My name is Tarek, aka Mistah T, also known as T by many folks far and wide, and by special little girl, I'm known as Uncle T. And I have no idea what my little dog calls me because I'm a doggy daddy. I think I might be human T. So I don't know, he just looks, I think I'm human number 2 anyway, because in the hierarchy. It's a new year. I got a new job at the end of last year. So I made a little transition, with some things. An opportunity came my way and I elected to take it. So I've been working in that. I've actually been training people. And I'm like, well, I'm still new myself, but I'm training some folks that are coming in behind me. So I've trained 3 people already. I was like, hey.
That's because you got some skills. You have some skills.
So I was like, okay, well, I'll take that. So, but yeah, I'm a doggy daddy. I am a lover and sometimes a fighter. And I'm also the owner of Move with T, LLC. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. And which is my fitness brand, and you can follow me and all the wonderful things I do there. And I'm an online blogger. I write, I dance, and which I'll tell you more about later. And I'm also a co-host to the fabulous Lady K.
Yay!
So I'll kick it over to you. Tell the listeners about you.
Woo! All right. Well, for those who do know me, most people know me as author Kimberly McLemore, but I am also the CEO and founder of the Women's Small Business Initiative. And that is an online platform for all women who desire to share their resources with each other. And it comes with a membership program. So that's even cooler. So it's all free. You just go on there and sign up, become a member, share some things that you may not want to share with everybody else out in the public on the social media platforms. And then, of course, I am also the founder of Author Kimberly M. McLemore, LLC. I am more recently a co-founder of the Talk Radio and TV Network, LLP, which I'll be talking more about later. And I am the owner of Vigilant Broadcasting radio station. So I'll talk more about that. So obviously I am, the one of the co-hosts here of this platform, but I also have another show called WSBI Your Resource for Success podcast, which we are currently on now because we are actually a guest on the show. So with our Lady K Mistah T show, right? But I am also the host of the Author's Corner, which is on the new platform that I will be talking more about later. So I got a lot of exciting things going on, but the thing I love the most is being able to spend my hour with you. So, yay!
We'll do the heart thing again.
Okay, wait. Did I get it right? Did I get it right?
There you go.
You gotta get the fingers up.
Gang signs. Throw them up.
But I can't get the fingers right.
Hey, that's okay. The effort was there.
And it all truly does come from love, okay? All right. So while we're here, why don't we go ahead and get started? Because I think this topic is going to be great and we can talk about it a little longer because it's going to be, it's a new year. So we really want to focus on what are we doing for the new year? So basically, like I said earlier, guys, we're talking about how it's a new year. So we're talking about how does this new year really affect you? And are you accomplishing what you are set out to actually do, right?
Right.
So, and the thing I thought was really cool, I'm going to say quickly, is that I seen an amazing blog story that you put out the other day, and it was hitting this very point. So I was so excited to see that, and I'm like, this is perfect because now we're going to be able to have this great conversation. Mm-hmm. About this. And it's I think with all the things that are going on right now, people are going to need this motivation and they're going to need to hear some really good tips and understanding about what it really does mean to move forward. And even with some of the tragedies that are going around currently with people not, being furloughed and not having their jobs and, waiting on what's going on. And on top of the other people who have been out of jobs, for quite some time, and they're still trying to hold on and figure out how to move forward. So, this is going to be a great night to have this discussion and just let people realize that they're not alone. So, as usual, I always love to start with my boo.
Thank you. Like, you're not putting me on the spot at all.
Exactly.
Oh,
so,
wow. Well, I guess we'll unpack some of what we were talking about around our topic. I guess I was going to share this later, but I definitely want to share this now. There's an article that I write for those of you who are listening out there and watching. I am actually part of an online fitness blog, and one of my responsibilities is motivating, because that's what we do here. That's what I like to do with Move with T. MOV stands for so much, and so one of my monthly duties is to do an online motivational article, just so to keep people moving and grooving and understanding what's going on. Like I said, just like what we do here. So the topic was actually about realizing your goals or actualizing your visions in 2019. And I break down, I do want you guys to go to the blog and read it and like it and subscribe and follow us there too. So I'm not going to tell you everything that I talk about, but overall, I basically give you tips so that you can understand ways in which you can work toward actualizing whatever your goals are for the year. We don't need no resolutions. We don't need those. What we want are goals, and we work toward our goals. And so, like I give tips that are action filled to allow you to actually want to move toward a certain whatever it is you want to accomplish, not only just in the new year, but just period. Maybe there's something you want to do and you don't have a time frame for it, but that's something you want to do. It could happen next week. It could happen next year. It could happen next month. It could happen tomorrow. With the snow coming, I don't know if anybody in DC is going to be doing that tomorrow, but maybe. So, I'm all about trying to make things happen. And, I have to have long conversations with myself many times, because we all want to dig in our heels and procrastinate. And we have these ideas. And sometimes we have to just put it out there and say, look, this is what I want to do. Now, how do I make that happen? And there's a saying that I grew up with. God helps those who help themselves. So we can pray on it. You can talk about it. You can write about it. You can think about it. But if you're not putting any action into your words, then what's the phrase? A dream is just a goal that has not been acted upon, or a dream is just a goal with no action. Like if you're not actually working toward anything,
Right.
then you're going to be in the same spot. So this is a brand new month, and for me, I already have so many things that I'm thinking about and things I want to do, and I'm like, okay, this flood of ideas. And fortunately, I can say this, and Lady K, I'm sure you'll attest to this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at like my life and my schedule and way things are set up. I said, I need to move some things out of the way so I can start to make room for some space for some other things. And a lot of times I don't think people understand that. And I actually wrote on a personal post about creating space.
Right.
And sometimes like we have to move some things out of the way. Sometimes people, sometimes places, sometimes things. Just move them out of the way so we can make space for something bigger to fill that space. And so I've been, for myself, since last year, and we've had some conversations
Right.
for on and off, throughout 2018, and I've been grappling with some issues. Well, I don't say issues, but because I don't like that word. I've been grappling, or I'll say meditating over some things in my life. And then finally, I swear, on the first of the year, like I did this event, and then I came home and I was with my boo, and we had another couple over. We were just having a nice little meal. We were talking, and I had my Oprah aha moment. And it was something somebody said that just rang a bell, and I was like, I need to make some space. So I need to not even unpack some things. I need to just chop some things off and get rid of those things. And so I'm looking forward to this year and actually implementing that. Speaking from my own personal perspective, just getting rid of some things that I've enjoyed and done for quite some time, and making some room for some growth and some bigger things. Because I'm ready to be a star. I don't know about you.
Oh, I hear you. Look, you are already a star in my eyes, but I get you. I get you. And yeah, and it's important. So I understand what you're saying. Absolutely.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so and to go back to the article for everyone who's listening, it's called "Realizing Your Vision in 2019." It's all you can find us on Facebook and Instagram under the VZ Beat. Z, just the letter Z, beat, BEAT, like a musical beat. VZbeat.com, all one word. You can follow us on Instagram, VZBeat, or on Facebook, VZBeat. And we have different articles from other instructors, fitness instructors, actually. And we actually share more than just fitness stuff, which I'm not going to go too in depth into that. But like I said, I cover motivation, and it's not just about, how to make it through your workout when you don't want to. Because
Right.
you can get that at the corner store and the grocery store and read that while you're waiting in line. So we're trying to give you different things that you can actually use and attach to. So, and for those folks in this area and beyond, you don't have to be here with us to dance with us and understand what our message is. But I'll talk a little bit more about the Z Beat a little later on in the show.
All right. Well, I love your answer. And the thing that I picked up really quickly on what you said is the fact that, I hate New Year's resolutions as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's taken me many years to figure that out. But I think that people put too much stress on themselves saying, oh, I got to, make this resolution. Then within less than 90 days, it's all out the window because it was never really their passion. It was never really something that they wanted to complete. And I think that what people need to understand is that they just need to take their life and, just like you said, kind of reanalyze what it is that they're doing and making room and space for all the things that they do want to complete, and how they complete that is really truly up to them. And like we all say in business is that, it's great to have an idea, but if you don't move forward, it means nothing. You literally have done nothing. And we can all live our lives and have the passion that we want to live, or you can live somebody else's and be a part of somebody else's dream. And that usually is what happens to all of us. We all have been in that process when we're working for others and working a job. We are living somebody else's dream. We happen to be a part of that, right?
Right.
So the key is that, I think it's extremely important that everyone takes the time to always self-analyze and realize that their goals and having to conform to what other people say or do is not what makes them happy. I hear people always tell me, oh, I don't have any passion. I don't know what to do. I don't really know what I want to do. Everybody has something inside of them that they want to do. Now, whether or not you move forward with that, that's perfectly fine. But I just think it's always important to realize that each year that goes by and you start writing down and looking at the things that you have not accomplished, it can become extremely depressing because you're not focusing on you. We're all guilty of it. We all spend a lot more time focusing on other people. And I've done it and I still do sometimes. And I find myself getting more tired of that. I find myself starting to change more and allowing the things that I need in my life to be happier and to be able to be more successful in the dreams and the goals that I have put out for myself. Right. And so, like I said, we've had these conversations many of times, and, I'm definitely more abrupt about how I handle things in my life, because at a certain point in, I guess for age, I guess you could say that for me, it's one of those things where time always seems to be of essence anymore, and even though we should probably look at life like that all the way across the board, we don't, because we feel when we're younger, we have more time, to do whatever we want to do. And we'll wait till tomorrow. And you look up, tomorrow becomes years. Right. Yeah. And then when you start to bring on a little more age and you have a whole different perspective about what life is really about and what is really important, what isn't important. So, talking about being 2019, a big part of my theme for this year is called making bold moves. Everything that I've decided to do this year is leveling up myself and leveling up the people who are around me, because, I'm all about, sharing resources and being a part of people who are motivated and wanting to do something that's going to benefit themselves and others. So this is truly, a great conversation. And as I was talking earlier, before we started getting into this, with all the things that are going on around us, there is so much sadness. There is so much, just things that you would not normally see. Right. And we're all trying to function around all the chaos, is the word that I'm looking for. And so within that functioning of chaos, you have to find your peace. You have to find ways to maintain yourself of wanting to do the things that you say you're going to do. Because as I tell people, every day is going to be a new day, right?
That's right.
Things are going to change. Nothing stays the same forever. And while you're still sitting around pouting and not moving forward and doing the things that you should be doing, life's going to pass you by.
It is.
Right?
It is.
It consistently passes you by. So I think about it, I'm like, okay, we're already at the middle of the year. Middle of the month already,
Yeah. Yes, the 17th. It's like, it was just the first. What happened?
Exactly. And then we'll look up, this month is over with. And then of course, February gets here. It's a very short month. So it's going to go by. And exactly. Yeah. It's all overwhelming, but I just, love this topic. And like I said, when I read your article the other day, I was like, oh my gosh, this is such a great topic. These are the things that we're going to be focusing on, because it is necessary. And even though, we have these same similar conversations, I think year after year, I think it's more important that people start to have these conversations with themselves all through the year.
Indeed.
Because constantly need to have that motivation, because the motivation can go away so fast, because there's so many things going on, like I said, around us and within our own personal lives, that it is very easy to, get out of sync and, everything that you're, trying to get done.
Yeah. I find sometimes that with posting like articles like the one I posted, I'll be honest, stuff like that doesn't tend to get as much traffic.
Right.
But because it's something that we need to do and requires people to act and do something. But if I post something like a video of Cardi B twerking, it's like 150 likes in like 30 minutes. It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm like,
Yep.
but and
Yep.
to her credit, she's Cardi B. Um, but it's just amazing, the level of the content and that people are willing to accept. But I guess that's a different conversation for a different topic that we can possibly do in the future. But it amazes me sometimes the content people would rather look at sometimes as opposed to things that can actually help them transition into a different space. And a friend of mine, a mutual friend of ours, actually reminds me that I think differently than a lot of
Right.
people.
Right.
Not to say that any way of thinking is wrong or right, but in my way of thinking, sometimes, especially people that don't really know me, don't always understand the thought process that's going on or the message that's being relayed. So,
Right. Right.
but yeah, I'm
But
gonna get off myself.
but like I always say, and I even remind myself and I remind others that it's not always meant for everybody to understand, and it's okay.
Yeah.
But respect the choice that you have made, and not take it personal. And I think that's where a lot of the problems come in, is that people take stuff way too personal and they start to attach it to themselves. And I find when you get to be that person, when you take that message so personal, then obviously there's something that you are not doing correctly. And if you think you're doing something correctly, or either there's some other thing going on with you for whatever reason you don't like what that message is, and that's perfectly fine. Everybody has a right to their own thought process. But I always think that, when you're sharing messages like that, you're sharing them because there is a purpose and a reason behind that.
Exactly.
And it's okay, like I said, for those who don't get it. It is what it is. It's just a part of the process. It's what we all go through. But there's always that one person who will pick it up very quickly and realize that, you know what, he's actually talking about me.
Right. And going back to our topic of discussion specifically, and I know you've heard this, everything happens in due time.
That's right.
So for those people that need to receive the message, that are open and ready, they're there and they got it. Those other folks that don't get it, just come back and visit it next year, because maybe next year you'll be ready for it. And if not, then come back the year after that.
Yeah, and
you'll be ready.
Exactly. But they could go back and revisit it within a matter of days or weeks or months. Like I said, I always talk about the fact that we have to always do self, analyzation. We have to go through and think about who we are as individuals and what we have done. We all have big dreams when we're at a certain age, right? And when we're like right out of high school, we're dreaming about where we're going to go, what we're going to do with our lives. And then if you sit back and realize, if you go back and analyze 5-10 years down the road, what have you accomplished off of that list that you have built, and you have not completed anything off that list, then it means that you need to do something a little differently, right?
It's time to get out of that car, to park that car, and try getting on the bike.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. It is one of those moments in your life where it will hit you like that. It has happened to all of us, where we, like I said, we think that we all have time. And really time is of the essence, and we don't really understand that until you start to really sit back and look at the things that you have not done, or you say you're gonna do, because we all thought it was going to be so simple growing up, and when then when you become adults, it's not that simple, but we all are responsible for our own selves and our own actions and what we want to do with our lives. And I think a big part of it is that if we stand back and wait for people to pat you on the back and tell you, oh, you're doing a great job, you're going to be waiting sometimes for the rest of your life.
Indeed.
Because as they say, it gets lonelier as you get to the top, right?
That's right.
And it's just a part of the process, because not everybody's meant to roll with you. And so, if they can't get on the train, they're going to have to learn to get off the train and do what they need to do.
Like you wait until they call your train to come.
Exactly.
And when your train's ready to roll out of the station, your plane is ready to take flight, then you come. Otherwise, just have a seat, and hopefully you got a good playlist, and you sit and you wait.
Exactly.
Oh, well, one really good thing I do want to share about that article, and I want you guys to go check it out. I'm looking at you. Go check it out. You're out there watching. Yeah.
Here, let me hide this so they can see your full face. You're like, you.
Full face. but um, someone who read the article, or actually who took the time out to post, actually who is an instructor, she actually posted that she was going to have her students write out some of their goals for the year, and she was going to make a vision board for them that she would bring to class so they could see it in class. I was like, okay, like you said, level up. Oh, that's the way to take it to another level. I want to see Sierra dance. Level up. Level up, level up. But that was really, really cool. I was like, okay, that's really a really good idea. So, and that's a way to, and once again, go read the article, Realizing Your Goals in 2019 at thezbeat.com. And yeah, but that was really awesome. I was honored and surprised and was like, yeah, she gets it. So, and she wants her students to get it. So each one teach one, and that's the way it's supposed to go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And, and being in the type of work, and even if you weren't in that type of work, there's always, like I said, there's somebody who's going to need that. We all need to be motivated. But motivation, like I always tell people, means nothing if you don't take the steps that go with it. Right. We can all get motivated. We all can sit down and get excited about what it is that, we're going to do and so forth. And then you look up, you're still doing exactly what you said you were supposed to do, 6 months ago. I'm like, wait a minute, you haven't changed. You have not really understood what it means to level up, or what it means to be successful for yourself, what it means to be the new you, exactly. So there's a lot that comes with that, on your plate. Nothing is easy when change comes around, because we all know most people don't like change, but we all grow and change from, every year we get older. Every year, we we get wiser, every year there's something that changes about us, right? So with those changes, it should come some growth. And there's many people who aren't growing. Many people are very stagnant in their lives. And, that it comes to a point where, like I said, it's just going back and doing some self-analyzing, wondering why you're still where you're at. And it's not about comparing yourself with others. I think that needs to be taken off the table. And that's where most people get into trouble, is because they really are trying to compare themselves. You cannot be somebody else. You can only be you.
That's right. That's right.
And so if people don't accept who you are, then so be it. But, you're always the happiest when you are being who you are.
I love when people are their authentic selves.
Absolutely.
Be your authentic self. You're only here to be that, even if you have a twin. Or
that's right. The twins aren't, they may look alike, but they're not the same.
Exactly. Right? Twins, triplets, quadruplets, all the way up. Each person is still their own individual person. So
absolutely.
And I think sometimes people forget about that. I know this is slightly off topic, but there was a movie on Netflix. I can't remember the title of it now. It's about these like sextuplets or something. I think there's like 6 of them. No, 7 of them. 7 of them. 7 twins. I wish I could remember the title. And the same actress plays all 7 characters.
I've heard. I know what you're talking about,
but each of them is named after a day of the week, and so on that day of the week, that's when they get to go outside. But they have to have the same look as the Monday one, but inside they can be whoever they are, and they're all so different. And it's just interesting. Like that goes to what we're talking about. You should be your authentic self and exist in your own skin. And I'm an advocate for people feeling comfortable in your skin, no matter your height, your size, your color, your gender, your race, hair length, all that stuff. Just loving the skin that you're in.
Exactly.
And having a good time with it. And telling people if they don't like it, they can step. I'm like, you can step. Just like that, you can step.
That's right. That's right. Because, you can't, if you start to change for everybody else just to keep them happy, you'll be miserable, and we all gone through that process in life, because that's a part of growing. It's a part of learning and nurturing yourself and wondering who you are as an individual. Because like I said, we continue to grow, we continue to change. So as you go through that process, you're going to drop people off, you're going to make new friends, you're going to learn to grow. But the big thing is to be you, live your life the way that you should live it and do what you say you're going to do. It makes life so much simpler and it makes you much happier.
Indeed. I'm into it.
All
New year,
right.
new you.
That's right. New Year, you heard it here live on the Lady K and Mistah T show, right?
Live.
All right. So let's move on because we have a few more things that we want to talk about before we, and I mean, hey, we got 30 minutes, but you know how that goes. That time flies. We just went through 30 minutes like it was nothing. So
and it happens to us every time. We're like, oh,
every single time. So, I guess, let's talk a little bit about what's some of the new things that you got going on, maybe pick one or two things. And then, then I want to talk about the fashion tips for the winter. I know you got some good stuff.
I did. I pulled a few things out, even with this weather. I was like, let me pull out a couple things. But what's new with me in 2019? Oh my gosh. Well, going back to our topic of discussion, I'll be very brief with this. One of my goals from last year was to present at a very specific event this year. And I can unequivocally say that I did that and I accomplished that. So just this past weekend, ladies and gentlemen, and those out there in Viewerland, I had the honor of being able to present a program that I created, a fitness program specifically that I created at the NBC4 Health and Fitness Expo 2019 at the Walter E. Washington Convention Center on Sunday, January 13th. I was on the What's Your Workout stage, had an awesome time presenting there, and I was actually asked, I guess this worked in my favor due to a cancellation on another stage. I presented my program at a later time at the World of Dance stage, and WKYS was there, Magic 102.3, and I forget they have another station, but basically I was like over there, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I'm with my people. So I was on like a main stage, like literally when you first come down the escalator, you see the What's Your Workout stage. So you coming into the facility, you see me working it out, and then even though I was on the other side of the that room, it was over there in this area where there were just people moving around, and even with the snow, people were like, well, we're going out and we're doing stuff because we don't want to be in the house. But once again, it was the program that I created, and I was a goal that I had for myself from last year, and I put in the work and made it happen, and I'm looking forward to 2020 there. So that's one thing that I can check off and that I've done. So that's something new that I did. Also, like I said, I am a online fitness blogger now. So like I said, you can read my articles on thezbeat.com. So I'm very fortunate for that opportunity. The creator of that program, shout out to Dana. What up, girl? She reached out to me and was like, I would love to have you on board. I love your message. I love what you stand for. And I want you to be a part of this team. And we're making some moves over in that way as well. So for those of you, go follow The Z-Beat or thezbeat.com on Facebook, The Z-Beat. And also Instagram, The Z-Beat as well. Follow us because we're going to be doing some things in 2019.
Moving and shaking.
And to all my movers and shakers out there, because Movers T has got some other big things going on this year. I'm not going to talk about them because they're still angling out, but they will be happening. So I'm looking forward to a launch, and that's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to get into what it is. I'm looking forward to continuing to build the program I created, which is it's called Core Blast, and I'm looking forward to continuing to grow that in a very specific way, and we'll see what happens with that. Well, we won't just see what happens with that. I
It's
actually,
gonna happen. It is
yeah,
gonna it happen. You speaking into fruition.
right, right. We're not going to see what's going to happen. We just
It's
it's
happening.
going to happen things are going to happen in a very particular type of way. So be prepared to see this in
Ooh, that
some other
lovely face.
places and some other places doing other things. And so yeah, that's what I've been up to in 2019 so far. Did I get everything? I feel like I'm missing
I'd
something.
say that's a good start. Even if you're missing something, you
Yeah.
can bring it on,
Yeah,
right? Bring it on back, and our
yeah, I
memory
feel like
starts
I'm
to
missing
snap a little bit.
I'm missing something. But my grandma always said sometimes you gotta keep something for yourself. So
That's right.
I'm gonna keep it
That's
behind
right.
me. So I'm gonna be quiet and I'm gonna turn it over to you, Lady K, so you can tell the listeners about your new title, Miss Radio, and so much more.
Yes, it has been an exciting end of 2018, and we decided to ramp up with this new idea. And I got a little picture here. Let me pull it up because I've got to talk about my girl. Got to talk about my girl, Miss Ashley,
Yeah.
who I am co-partnered with in this new venture that we have called Talk Radio and TV Network. So when I said that this year was about making bold moves, well, this was a huge bold move for us to turn into an actual network. And by doing that, we actually own 2 of our own stations. So the Talk Radio Network is really about providing a platform for any type of news programs, any other media outlets. And it's just one great platform where you're going to hear on our Facebook page, and it also will be on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope. You will hear all of our shows. Any news that we have will all stream through this network. So like I said, we're really excited about that. And let me just pull up this other awesome page because I really want to share. Wait a minute, it went bye. Where'd it go?
Oh.
Like, doggone it. Wait a minute, let me see if I can find this because I really want to talk about this, and I just got to figure out how to pull. Here we go. Okay, so, and this is really great because here I'm talking about the Vigilant Broadcasting is my actual radio station, and Creative Broadcasting is Miss Ashley's station. So we have some really great things going on right now. We're always looking for new, fresh shows, talk shows, whether it's politics, whether it's on just daily news, whether it's on health and wellness, fitness, chef shows. We want a huge variety. And so we really have some great things going on with that. Please reach out to all of us. I'll show you some information later. But the great thing about this is that, you can do an hour show for $165 a month. I mean, you can't beat it. So we really are very cost effective because we're really looking for people to help them build their brands and expand their brands in a massive way. We're the top 10 in the world, in the nation. And we also broadcast to over 167 countries. So, we So we rolled out. Okay.
Yes.
So, we're here. We've got some really great new shows coming on within a couple of weeks. So starting in February, you guys look out for all these new shows. My other show, The Author's Corner, is actually on this platform. Ashley just started her new show, Create a Seat at the Table, which was amazing. I heard it yesterday. And so we're really excited, like I said, about what we're doing and providing, something new and fresh for our community, but, as well as, like I said, teaching people how to learn how to expand their brand and who they are. And having an actual talk show. The thing I loved about it is that it is a true internet radio show. So you're not physically seeing everybody, but you're actually truly hearing and learning from those who are brought on board, all the guests and the host. So, I said that was the big thing. That was the big change. An added thing that I wanted to have for 2019 after going through a few bumps through the road last year with my show on different platforms. I was like, okay, enough is enough. It's time to have my own. So I was just real excited, about doing that. And then being able to be partnered with Miss Ashley Little has just been phenomenal. She is a true business partner and a great entrepreneur. And so I'm very pleasured and pleased to have her on board and us working together, with this network. So that's really all I'm going to focus on that. And there's other things going on in the background in my life, but that's the big piece. So
yay.
And for you, sir, congratulations. I am so proud of you. I know that core blast class I need to get more involved in. I'm like, on Fridays, I'd be like,
well, for the
Huh?
longest, you were always running out because you had to go do interviews. So I was like, you're excused from class. You're excused from class.
Well, I won't have no excuse tomorrow. So you're going to have to tell me, where you going? Where you going? You're going to have to make me stay, okay? Because I'll be like, woo.
Tomorrow, I'm actually going to do the full presentation that I did last week. So I'm going to let everybody see exactly what happened last week for those that couldn't make it for whatever reason. So sometimes I try not to do stuff like that because I want people to continue to be surprised. Like, oh, well, are you going to do it in class? No, it was just for that event. And they're like, well, I want to see what you did. Well, then you should have been there.
Right.
Because
right.
it was I created it for that specific environment.
Mm-hmm.
So, because that environment was very specific to certain types of things. Anybody who's out there in the world who knows about event planning, sometimes we amp things up for presentations like that on that scale, as opposed to what we do in class. And class, we're in the nitty and the gritty of it, and it's not pretty. And we don't have all the flowery stuff. And
exactly.
Like, I'll give you a couple jokes, but I'm gonna make you work. But that kind of thing, I'm gonna joke around a little bit and it was so cool. One lady over in the little food court, she was jamming. She was like, I wish I was over there. She was just looking the whole time like, oh, I want to be over there, but I got to work. I said, it's okay, sister. You got to work. So go ahead and make them coins. Go ahead and make those coins.
Anyway, gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Gotta do what you gotta do.
All right. Well, that was great update about what we've got new going on. So let's talk a little bit real quickly about our fashion tips.
Okay, fashion. I'm going to be really, really brief. Number one, because I was online looking at all the things that are going on, because I keep my ears and my eyes to what's going on so I can stay on trend. This one I'm not going to be doing. I'm not going to lie. This first one, I'm just going to get it out the way. The shoulder pad look is back. 80s is coming back. They're bringing back am I doing it right? They're bringing back that look.
Yes, you got that great shoulder.
Right. There are some looks that actually look really, really cool. But I was like, oh, that's coming back. I don't know about that. I don't know. But that's been a trend on some runways, like with Alexander McQueen, Chanel, for instance. So you want to look out for some shoulder pad inspired stuff. So for anybody that can remember the 80s, who was out there then, get ready for that look. If you got something in your closet still, you can break it back out and nobody will say anything.
Oh my goodness.
Ironically, I noticed with like Balenciaga and with Gucci, they've been doing some floral stuff in the winter. Usually most designers save the florals for the spring, and they do the florals and pastels. I mean, could you be more obvious? But they're doing some, but they're using bolder colors, so they're not really doing pastels. So if you get a rose pattern, it's going to be red. It's going to be like this, like a really just bold, dynamic color. So, and when you think about the winter backdrop, and people are used to the winter being more bleak, and even with snow, it's going to pop a little bit more. So that's been really interesting. And for the guys too, I got something for them. If they don't want to do shoulder pads or the flowers, the parka look is back. Like wearing parkas, like oversized stuff. Think of wearing a like a snowsuit, but the jacket is like 10 times too big. Not quite that big, but if you're small, you're wearing an extra large that you shouldn't even have on. So of course they over dramatize the look, but we'll be seeing things that are in line with that kind of aesthetic. Or you can create that at home. If you have a parka, break that sucker out and rock it. Like, it's cold outside, y'all. We gotta stay warm. We gotta layer it up. stay warm. And then the parkas are cool because they're unisex, so anybody can wear one. And if anybody says something to you about it, then be like, well, you can fight me because it's cold. But yet
Right.
tell them you can fight with the cold. I'm not because I'm warm. If you can stand out here and be cold, I'm gonna be warm in my
Trying to look
parka,
cute, right?
looking smooth, looking chill. And now I want a parka. So we'll see if I get one before the winter's over. I'll keep
Okay.
y'all posted.
All right.
So that's what I got. Just a little short and brief. We are, of course, in the DMV, so it's cold. It was snowing when I was outside walking my dog this evening.
Yeah.
Supposed to
Yeah.
flurry for the rest of the evening, and then we're getting another hit this weekend, evidently. So
Mhm.
if you're somewhere where it's cold, wrap up. That's all the
Yeah.
best I can tell you. That's my fashion tip. Wrap up.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it's going to be cold pretty much everywhere. Obviously, Florida and places like that, it's not going to be cold like it is here, but I think everybody's kind of going to get a little stench of this crazy weather that we've been getting. We've been so fortunate to be in the 60s, and,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden it's like, yeah, this is reality, people. This is January. Right.
It's 60, then it's 20. What?
Right.
What happened?
It's like, wait a minute now, where am I at again?
It's like, where did I do that at? I'm looking at my book, like, what chapter is that? 60 to 20. I
Right.
don't get it. So,
Yeah. So, hey, the Lord's work. We just got to deal with it and keep on
hey,
rolling, right?
that's right. That's right.
All right. So now let's quickly go over some upcoming events that we have going on in the community. You have anything you want to talk about first? I've got a couple.
Yeah, I've got two. I'm going to share them. I got one coming up that I'm hosting this Sunday, which is
Ah,
I'm going to see if I can get it in there. This lovely lady here,
oh, looky,
it's
yay.
backwards, I think,
I can
but
no, it's perfect. I can see
you can
everything.
see it. So
I
this is
can.
our Zumba jammer, Rita Cohen. She's coming from Virginia Beach. Don't mind that date because the date was changed to this Sunday from 1 to 2 p.m. at Gold's Gym Lorton. We'll be doing an African Heat masterclass. So if you love African dance and African music, or if you want to learn about African dance and African music, this is the place to be. You can buy tickets. You can see them here on Afronova .eventbrite.com, or you can get tickets. I have some, and a good friend of mine, Tiff Gordon, has some. So if you know her, you can get tickets from her. Otherwise, go online there, right there. You see it.
Mhm. Yeah,
And
yeah. Bring it back. Look, you didn't move the picture. Bring them. Come on
yeah,
back there.
yeah, bring it back. Bring it
There
back.
you go.
But yeah, but
Yay.
yeah, but we'll be at Gold's Gym Lorton on Sunday from 1 to 2 p.m. Rocking it out, jamming out from 1 to 2. Tickets right now are $10. If you wait until you get to the door, it's 15. So get your tickets now. You can basically buy two for the price of one. And I want to let you guys know that she is from Ghana, so she know what she's doing.
Absolutely.
And so she not no fake 'em, no stick 'em, trick 'em, as they say. She know what she's talking about. And then we have another event coming up on Saturday, February 9th in Springfield. I'm going to see if I can get this, sponsored by Hips Fitness.
Yes. Yes.
I'm one of the featured presenters for that event. We got a whole list of wonderful people, most of whom are my friends, and the others will be new friends. So Valentine's Day Zumbathon, and let me tell you, Michelle at Hips Fitness knows how to partay. And tickets right now are $10. Also, there's going to be vendors there as well. It's at Waterford Receptions in Springfield on Commerce Drive or Commerce Avenue, but that's
It's
going to
coming.
be Commerce
Mm-hmm.
Drive.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be awesome. There's a live DJ, so like Michelle don't play. She have a live DJ. She have instructors. It's like let's go. The party does not stop, and we have our own T-shirts. Those of us who are presenting. I just
Oh,
saw them and I was like, oh, those are cute.
wow. That's going to be
Her shirts are
nice.
normally cute, but normally they're cute anyway. But I was like, oh, I get to wear that. I said, okay. So I said, all right, I'm gonna be rocking that. So check that
Oh,
out on February 9th, which is a Saturday from 11 to 3 p.m. We got like I said, a list of instructors. Most are Zumba instructors, but there are a few that do other things as well. They do Afro dance and some other types of dance fitness as well. And it's at Waterford Receptions in Springfield, Virginia. And then once again, this Sunday I'm hosting Rita Cohen from Fit with Rita, and of course Zumba Fitness. She's doing a Zumba masterclass, African Heat, all African music. Get it, 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 get it. From 1 to 2, $10 tickets right now on sale. Afronova.eventbrite.com. It goes to Jim Lorton.
All right. All right. Ooh, great. Well, I've got a couple I'm going to talk about here real quick. And I'll bring this one up. And of course, unfortunately, and guess what? It's on the same day. It's on February the 9th.
But it's a different area, so it's okay. It's in Maryland. So.
I know, but it's way out in Maryland. And guess what? That means I can't come to the other event too. I was like so heartbroken when I realized, I was like, wait a minute, that's the same day.
But that's okay, because you can come to the African Heat Masterclass.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. But yes, on Saturday, February the 9th from 12 to 3, we are going to have the VIP Events Concierge 10th Annual Black History Celebration out there towards the Annapolis area. So this is a one-day event. We are going to be having some phenomenal VIP speakers. We're going to be talking about wellness for leaders, business development, community partnerships. I'm giving some author tips because I'm one of the VIP speakers. We'll be talking financial literacy, empowering, and leadership. We have a keynote speaker this year is going to be Dr. Essie McCoy. Some of the other speakers, most of us are predominantly authors. We have Dr. Tashika Green will be on board, myself, of course, and Ashley Little, Dr. Marcy Ross, Dr. Valika Moore, and author Linda Array. So all of us will be there speaking. We're really excited about it. This is a free event. So, to the community, come on out and celebrate with us. Learn some new tips and some new things going on. We're also going to have conversations with our millennials, and we're going to have a great panel discussion. So like I said, it's a free event. If you're interested in doing becoming a vendor, the tables are available at $75. And so if you want more information though, and you want to, or you can't make it, you just want to donate, just go to VIP Events concierge.com upcoming events. You can follow us on Facebook, or you can reach out directly to Dr. Larry White Sr. himself. So it's going to be a great event. I'm real excited about it. I was actually part of this last year. I think this year is going to be even bigger and better because this is the 10th year, and we've got a lot of wonderful people within the community coming to visit and be a part of this event. So we're all looking forward to that day. Like I said, I'm going to miss everybody at the other event, but I'm absolutely astounded to be a part of this Black History event. So moving along, the other event that I want to talk about real quickly, and it really is not an event. It's something I actually just did the other day. And I was so excited to have the opportunity to be interviewed on Laurel TV's Meet the Author with host Christine Johnson. So that will be coming out in February. And yes, I'll be getting the date of when it will be actually aired. The interview was phenomenal. The people there were absolutely wonderful to work with. It will be on Comcast channel 996 or Verizon channel 12 because it is through Laurel's, the city of Laurel TV, their TV station. So, I'm just excited to have another opportunity to be on another platform where I could actually promote my books and talk about. We had a really great conversation about what I have done and how I got to where I'm at. And of course, the interview was based on my book on the memoir, Deception of Heart, a real look into domestic violence. So, be looking out for that. For those who follow me on Facebook, you'll see everything coming out, or whether it's on Instagram, it'll be all on my social media platforms. So beware that it is coming soon. The interview that I had yesterday will be coming out in February. So that's all I had on the events. I think that we covered quite a few great events. We got a lot coming on, and we'll be back in February anyway. So we'll be talking more about these things coming up because we always want to remind people about all the great things we have going on in our community. And if you have other things you want to share with us, reach out to me and T. We are here for that. We want to share what you're doing. We want people to support you. But if we don't know about it, we can't share it, right? And we know the DMV area is a huge community. So we want to make sure that, we're not just talking about our events and what's going on in our world and outside of our world, but we want to be able to talk about other things that are going on in the community. So just hit us up if you would like for us to promote your upcoming events, right?
That's right. We're talking to you.
That's right. We're talking to the people out there, our listeners and our watchers, all the people who are paying attention to this tonight. We hope that you are actually enjoying everything that we're doing. Like I said, we're back. It's a new year, a new us. We're trying to do some great things within ourselves and, of course, on the platform on this show. And, of course, we're going to end our show with our moment of inspiration. As I said earlier, the way things are going on in our world and all the chaos that surrounds us, I believe that there are people who are truly going through some rough patches and definitely need a big hug. So I always love T to do this, because T just has a special way of knowing how to wrap his arms around people and making them truly listen and understand that there's so much more to life, and he can truly inspire you in ways that I'm good at inspiration, but he knows how to wrap it, so I'm gonna let you wrap that love around everybody who needs that moment, because like I said, I know there are definitely people out there who are listening and definitely need this tonight. So I'm gonna let you close us out with the moment of inspiration.
Okay, it's actually very simple. By the way, on Thursdays, I do on Move with T on Facebook and Instagram, Thoughtful Thursdays with T, and it's actually my Thoughtful Thursdays with T for today, and I haven't posted it yet, so this is perfect that I can say it live here, and I'll post it right after our show. But it's if you want to reach your goals, you must shrink the size of your butt. BUT.
Love it.
That's it.
Love it.
I saw that. I was like, and that fits perfectly with what we were talking about today. And I'm like, that's it. That's it.
Oh, I love it. And it's perfect. It's perfect. The perfect way to end the show. But as usual, like I said, we're coming to the end. And, I always enjoy spending my time with you. The hour goes by so fast. It's crazy. It is crazy. But you are phenomenal. And like I said, this is a new year, new us. We got a lot of things going on that we will continue to share with you all in our community. For anyone who is truly interested in being a part of the show, here in 2019, you want to be a guest, all you need to do is send me your information. I need a short bio. We need some pics, professional pictures, as I always tell people, a business logo if you have one. Please send it to kmm123mclemore@gmail.com, and I can get you set up and get you on the show. It's a new year, so we definitely have some slots available. So you don't want to miss the opportunity to be on this platform, because I love it when people come on and share their stories, tell us how they got started, and give us some great tips so that other people can be successful in business, right?
That's right.
So that's what we're all about, is sharing resources. And again, like I said, I am the host of the Women's Small Business Initiative, Your Resource for Success podcast program. Tonight, we are doing a special edition. You will also be able to hear this immediately following right on iHeart Radio and Spotify. So don't think that just because we're doing live that you're going to miss out. So for those who couldn't listen tonight, all you have to do is simply just click on to the links that I have provided, and I will repost those links so that everybody can hear the show if you missed out. Is there anything else that you want to say before we end, Mr. T?
I'm good. I'm going to tell everybody have a good night. Stay warm.
All right. Yeah.
That's all I got right now.
Well, on that note, I want to do a quick reminder that we will be back next month doing another show. So be looking out for the date for that. We will have some great, more conversations. We might even have some special guests. We'll see. We'll let you know. But until next time, you all have a wonderful evening. Good night.
Good night, everyone. We will be back next Thursday evening at 7 p.m. Follow us on Spreaker, www.spreaker.com/user/WSBI. View our new WSBI website anytime at www.wsbillc.com and on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram.